Seriously?
It's worth getting up at 4:30 in the morning. This is Bayan, and Tanya and I have the entire place to ourselves. I'll see if I can find a better example of this somewhere. Maybe one of the other temples. These ones are quite corroded, but the body of the Naga runs along as a long snake, and that's what makes the banister leading up to the entrance. And right up here is a great example of the Apsara. These again are the celestial dancers. Do you know what this is, babe? This is a penis.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not being funny. This is actually called a linga, and it's sort of a symbol that they use for sort of the penis, but it's also supposed to be just a symbol of fertility. And not just fertility for the men, but also fertility for, you know, the crops and all that. And their empire was built on sort of rice and all of that, so crops obviously are very important. Do you want to rub the penis? It's good luck. There's a shrine down here. So this, obviously, would be a shrine to Buddha. And again, a lot of these temples were actually converted, you know, from Vishnu to Buddha. And actually, when the Khmer Rouge took over, they beheaded a lot of the Buddhas, so it's pretty amazing to find one that's still in this good a condition. So now you can kind of see what we meant by Temple of Many Faces. Originally there were 54 towers, but now there's still 37 remaining. And Tanya, if you pan up there, you can see it's like a forest of faces. They're not really built to, you know, any certain size or that they're increasing. They're all slightly different. Most of them have 4 faces, some of them have 3, some have 2, and each one is unique. Of all the temples, this one's supposed to be the most like a labyrinth, you know? And I can see it.
I found temple water. No tuk okay, no bicycle by friend.
Okay.
Yeah, you look inside the hair on.
You recording this?
Yeah.
Short round. All right, we'll follow your lead.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, a picture. Okay.
Take a picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. This is our guide. Do you know what these are?
No.
They're little rock cairns that people on a sort of a pilgrimage here to a holy place would make. You want to try and assemble one quick? We're doing a little off-roading, off the beaten path. We see some more ruins in the distance. However, I do know that not all of Angkor has been cleansed of landmines, so they do say to stay kind of on the main path. So we're following the areas that look like somebody's been here before, you know, just to make sure we don't get any problems. So check this out. There is literally nobody out here. We've done a little bit of hiking and come across this place where the tourists haven't seemed to have found it. You can see there's this whole multi-pillared stone bridge. So we're going to check it out. Alright, so we literally found nobody at those ruins. And if we're honest, Tanya and I are now lost. Yeah. This looks promising though. And another temple with no one around. It's hot, really hot. This feels like the Amazing Race. And like we're the last team to arrive, you know what I mean? Alright, luckily we are saved. We found a main road. Thank God.
A bunch of tuk-tuks there.
This section here, I don't know if you can make it out, it's aptly called the Elephant Gate. Again, elephants, hugely sacred animal, both here and in India. We're in a place with monkeys. This one's a bit of an amputee.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Hi. Yeah, you wouldn't like it down here, sweetheart. There's big ground spider webs nests all over the place. Like all over the place. It's Sheolob's lair. Now the good thing is these ground-dwelling spiders like tarantulas and stuff aren't actually poisonous, so they're just really enormous. I've got a four-legged friend down here. I think he found one of those spiders. And finally, we have a good example of the naga heads. Now in this case, the heads are less human-shaped and a little bit more like snakes, but it is, again, the idea of the multi-headed serpent, and that banister leads up to every temple we've seen so far. This is the inner courtyard of Angkor Wat, the most famous of the Angkor and Khmer temples.
Why are all the stairs here mega steep?
Fill this with water, get a bunch of topless virgins, you know what I mean? The monks had it figured out. They can do their little dancing there while you're in the pool. It's a nice setup. You can see here, we're in one of the entranceways to Angkor Wat. And through just sort of the windows to the entranceway, you can actually see there's still bullet casings in the wall. Now this is obviously from the Khmer Rouge era, which wasn't so long ago. And the Khmer Rouge, when they sort of took control of Cambodia, they got very paranoid. They would sort of torture people to get different names of people who they thought were opposing them. And as a result, they were the ones who also laid all the landmines. And you can see many people in town that have missing limbs, you know, whether it's their leg or their forearms. They got both hands missing from machete wounds. Now, obviously, we didn't film that because it would seem a little, you know, in poor taste. But you can still see remnants of, you know, it wasn't so long ago that the Khmer Rouge made this place a complete living hell.